Okay, guys, just let me begin with, this is my new mower, Country Clipper brand. I paid $7,280 cash for this thing. And let me tell you, I am just totally disgusted right now. I bought this thing less than a week ago. It had 0.2 hours on it when they loaded it on the trailer. It now has 3.5 hours on it. And I wanted to put some headlights on it because there are times when I mow and by the time I am back to the house and unloading, it's dark. So, long story short, began running the wiring. That's what you see right there to do the headlights. And this was a real nice headlight setup. But anyway, so as I am running the wiring, I take off this fender over here. And I noticed that the positive battery cable was tucked in on this side of the battery where the parking brake was rubbing up against it. Okay, so I moved the cable. All right, no biggie. Something that should have been caught, but no biggie. The switch, the on-off switch that we were installing, we were going to put in this panel right here. Okay, real nice wiring setup for these lights. But anyway, we look under here, and of course it's not there now because I started fixing things. All the wiring for your electric clutch, your hour meter, everything, your switch, was all dangling down and had been rubbing on the tire. And guys, I have photos of all this, and I've already contacted the company, but I'm pissed. So anyway, the frame has holes, 4 zip ties, double holes, all down through here, 4 zip ties. What did they do? Whoever assembled this piece of crap, they just wrapped it around the frame right there, the zip tie, and then they latched it, but they didn't even pull it tight, okay? So I get to looking, more and more things. The boot was not installed into the plate. The bolts were not tight at all. There was a 1/4 inch space in them. No washers on top of the slots. Nuts underneath for spacers. Then you get into the linkages, and the lock nuts for the linkages weren't tight. And I mean, just on and on and on. Then I'm looking around underneath, and this is the expansion tank, reservoir, whatever you want to call it, for the transmissions. Okay, well, this hose right here goes through a hole in the frame to keep it away from the drive belt, and it's kinked right down through there. So it's twisted and it's kinked almost completely shut on itself. I pull the cap off, and there's no oil in the reservoir now. There was when I bought it. There's not now. Now underneath, there are no leaks. So what that tells me is these transmissions were not bled properly at the factory when it was assembled. So I have went through the procedure to try to bleed it. And the way that hose right there is ran, it actually comes from the reservoir and runs uphill and then dips down and goes into the transmission. So it locks air in it. And I had to push that hose down to coax more of the air out. And, guys, this thing costs more than both of my current vehicles. And this is just ridiculous. And at this point, it's 10 o'clock at night. I have to be up at 5 a.m. And I'm just going to have to put it back in the garage. And, I mean, here's something else. In order to bleed these transmissions, you're supposed to jack it up. Well, check this out. Remember, 3.4 hours. You got a 1/4 inch of slop in those axles already, okay? This thing came with the commercial 4-year warranty from Country Clipper. Well, you get it home and you start looking through the manual, and the 4-year warranty doesn't cover that Kawasaki engine right there. It's a 3-year warranty only if you have it serviced by the Kawasaki dealer after the first 5 hours and then every interval after that. The transmissions, which are supposedly commercial, let's see, they're like KT 3400s or whatever the hell they are. ZT 3400s, commercial. Well, those only have a 2-year warranty. They specifically spell out that they don't cover twisted keyways, keys, or shafts. So apparently, that's an issue. So guys, like I said, I've got photos of all this, and I have been sending them all night long, both on their Facebook page and through Messenger. And let's see if Country Clipper, which is supposedly proudly made in USA, does something to make this right for me. Talk to you later, guys.